Then hello everyone. My name is Michelle Martorelli. I am a regional education trainer based out of South Central, and I'm so excited to be able to virtually connect with you for this amazing trend show. So I don't know if you can tell, but we're going to be doing some brows and some lash application. As you can see, don't have them on the other side quite yet, but before we jump right in, please, we are all friends here. Sean and Carly are going to be heading up the chat. So if you have any questions or comments at all, please get right to it and they're going to be able to help you out. So jumping right in, I have my brow styler. This is my all-time favorite pencil to get that super crisp, clean lines of a super amazing brow. So favorite part about it, dual-sided. We have our retractable pencil at the top. On the bottom, we have our spoolie. Before we even start drawing, angle is everything. Since we're all friends, chin up, look down. The worst angle, but it's cool. What this is gonna do, you guys, is you're gonna be able to see your natural brow bone from underneath instead of looking straight on. So angle is most important. We're gonna take our magic spoolie and we're gonna brush everything up. We do this because we want to see what we're working with. We want to see the shape of our brow bone. You may be asking, Michelle, where do we even start drawing our eyebrow? I got you. You're going to take your retractable pencil. You're going to place it on the outside of the nose. You're going to do a little dot. That is where you want to start the brow. Where's the arch? From the outside of the brow, if you're looking straight ahead, where the pupil is, little dot, is where your arch is going to be. And everyone's favorite question, Michelle, where do I end my brow? Corner of the eye, the little dot. I'm all about road mapping where our brow needs to go. That way, when we want to draw right on, we know exactly where our placement is. Chin up, look down. I'm not going to do a big long line because even though it is a structured brow, we do want the brow to look somewhat natural and really blended together. So very light, wispy strokes on the face. So watch this. We're going to do a line right underneath with short, very light strokes. That's going to be our guideline for when we start to do the actual brow hairs. We all see this? Okay. Next, what we're going to want to do is the brow strokes for the actual brow. Typically, your brow is going to grow up in the front, so we're going to mimic that same stroke. If the brow hairs are growing up, we're going to be going up. Towards the middle of the brow or that arch, the brow hairs start to lay down slightly. We're going to mimic that. And at the end, we're going to do a motion that I like to call staircase back. So taking our pencil, starting at the front, we're going to start drawing up lightly. If we want them darker, we'll pass right through again. And we're going to start laying the brow hairs to the side, just like so. The more it passes through, the more opaque the brow will be. Now, to the end of the brow, we're going to do that motion of a staircase back. And see how I'm just very lightly flicking the brush? And by brush, I mean styler. You know what I mean. All the way back. Now, you may be thinking, Michelle, that brow doesn't look clean yet. No worries. Magic spoolie time. We're going to brush and blend everything in. Chin up, looking down. This is really going to be your magic eraser. Say you go a little bit too dark in your eyebrow and you're like, oops, made a mistake. Spoolie it up, spoolie it out. Now, this is the time too where you want to check, did I miss any places? Is my color straight through? Chin up, look down. Looks good to me. I'm still going to take my pencil, and like we did on the bottom, I'm going to do that same short motion on the top to really get that perfected look. So again, I'm gonna start to about a pinky in. The reason being is, of course, you can go straight from the beginning of the brow, but I do like a little bit of that fluffiness in the front. So I'm actually gonna draw that structured line about a pinky length away. Short strokes is key. All the way down. Perfect. Now, if you get to this point and you're like, hey, I want to go a little bit darker, you run another pass right through. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up our brows even more. So I'm going to grab my favorite all-time trusty concealer. This is the MAC Studio Fix 24-hour concealer smoother. It is absolutely amazing, fabulous, beautiful, 24 hours. I mean, it is not going to budge. So I'm going to do a little bit of dab of this guy. I'm going to take a flat brush. Anything will do. I'm using the 242 today. I'm going to pick this up just a little bit on the end here. Now, I am going to do, like how we did the short little strokes on the bottom, that same motion right underneath those beautiful lines that we drew in. So watch this. This is going to really crisp up that shape. I'm going to bring it right around and down to the side. This is really great, especially for the tail end of the brow, to really get that beautiful, clean, tapered off look. We're going to do the same thing on the top. And very, very lightly carve out these brows so they taper off right at the end. This also acts as a magic eraser. Ah, my face, do you see how amazing brows just, they really bring the makeup look right home. Nothing to be afraid of, but they do totally shape the face. So I'm gonna take my magic spoolie again and just make sure we are all blended in. I'm gonna put them to sleep and the brows are on. Just to recap, this is the eyebrow styler. You can conquer the world with this guy. Spoolie on one end, retractable pencil on the other side. This is 12-hour wear. It's not going anywhere. It is humidity resistant, sweat resistant. So even if your brows are a little bit more on the sparse side, if you have to draw actually on your skin, it is not going anywhere. They come in a bunch of different colors, so fear not. This, mwah, everything. Also, to carve out the brow, the 24-hour smooth wear concealer, 24 hours. It's beautiful, it's long wearing, stays true to color, it's not going anywhere, and really keeps those brows nice and crisp. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start doing the famous lashes. And you can see maybe some of you don't wear lashes all the time because you don't know how to get them on. I have to wear my lashes. You can see what a difference they really do make in your makeup. They totally open up the eye. They're just so beautiful and they really just wraps the look together. So I'm actually going to be using one of our new lashes that just came out this week. This is the Stunner Lash. You can see how they really do open up the eye. They're just so beautiful, so wispy, and I can't wait to show the full look. So while I was doing this brow, I actually went ahead and I got our Duo Glue because we definitely need something to adhere the lash to the lid, right? So this is classic. A dab will do you, you guys. About the size of a pinky nail is plenty. And the reason why I put it out first is because we want to make sure that that glue is nice and tacky. I don't know about you, but if you ever try to do fake lashes at home, them yourselves, and you just took the glue, put them on the lash and tried to stick them on, they move all over the place. We want to get that glue so nice and tacky that way, wherever you put it, you have a little bit of wiggle room, and that's exactly where it's going to stay. So as our glue is out, I'm going to open up our lash case here. How I like to get them off of the packaging is I actually press this down and very lightly pull away. the lash will come right off. Now, I have a larger eye, so when I place the lash on, we always want to measure. I know it's going to fit. However, depending on your eye shape, you may have to trim it so it can fit your eye. When you are placing the lash on the lie, magic pinky again, you want it to be about a pinky length away from that inner corner. Why? Because we don't want anything poking us in the middle of the eye. It totally is just going to annoy us our whole night, whole day, and we want to avoid that at all costs. So looking down, again, chin up, look down. This form is going to be so easy and like way more easy for you to get that lash on, because when you're looking straight ahead, you're going to want to put the lash straight on and you're not going to get it exactly where that lash line lines up. So we're looking down, our chin is up, and I want you to just place that lash a pinky length away from the inner corner to see where your lash lines up. If the lash is hanging off the side, you want to trim it, and you're going to grab that lash where it was hanging off, and you can do a little snip and you're good to go. Let's get these lashes on. I'm going to be using a lash tweezer today. You can absolutely use your fingers, but so you can see a little bit easier, so my finger's not in the way, the tweezer is a little bit easier. So I'm going to take the back of this guy, a back of a brush is fine, even a Q-tip. I'm going to grab just a little bit of that glue. We have our lash here. Less is more in this case, everyone. We don't want to super load it up so it's glue gets everywhere. A little bit goes such a long way. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to take my tweezers. I'm going to grab this in the middle of the lash. We have 3 anchor points to this lash. We have the middle, the inner corner, and the outer corner, and that's exactly how I'm going to place this on. So chin up, we're going to look down, and we're going to do an up and over motion, so we lay this lash right up against our natural lash line. I'm going to kind of shimmy up here so you can get a better look. Up and over, and we're going to go for the middle. Now, I like to shimmy this down so it just rests and release. So the lash is only on in the middle, and you can see when that glue is tacky, it's on. We're going to take our tweezers again. We're going to stick these on corner to corner by just grabbing and placing down, a little shimmy for security, and inner corner. Here we go. Right on, stuck the landing. So you can see we have a pinky length away, so no lash is going to bother us. And what I like to do now is I'll just take a finger and we're pushing in to make sure that lash is totally secured on. Now, we're not done. While this is really setting, we want to blend those lashes into our natural lash. I'm going to be using some mascara. This is my all-time favorite. This is the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. This mascara does it all. Lift, curl, volumizes, defines, it's all in one. My favorite feature about this guy is not only is it ophthalmologist tested, so it's totally great for the eye, but it is flake proof and smudge proof. And you can actually apply it not only from a classic application perspective, but the applicator wraps all the way around, so you can take the mascara and take it straight on for an extra lift. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just shimmy this up ever so lightly, so our lashes are all nice and blended together. And I'm even gonna do the lower lash line, a little shimmy down, and I like to take it straight on right here. Awesome. Okay, now what I like to do is, while the mascara is still a little bit tacky, I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm actually going to press my natural lash into the fake lash. So it looks like these stunner lashes are my own. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to give you some pro tips. My lashes are on, we totally stuck the landing, and we're completed. So say you get your lashes on, right? And you're like, oh, Michelle, I got the lash on, but not as far down as I would have liked, but they're not so far up where it looks like a total call out. If you have a pencil eyeliner at home, I want you to take that and I want you to tight line right underneath. That's going to camouflage any little mishap you may have. Also, an extra coat of mascara to really lift and make sure you're pressing those lashes together will totally do the trick. Now, I want to ask you, please jump in the chat. Do we know how to remove a false lash once they are on? Curious to see, because I'll pull it off just to show you.
I'm watching the chat. I haven't seen an answer yet, but I got
All right, no worries, but I will just talk you through it. Once you get your lashes on, it's the end of the night and you are trying to get them off, slow and steady, 2 fingers, you're going to take from the outer corner and pull very slowly down. And that's it. Also, they are reusable. So peel that glue off, save your case, stick them right back on, put them to bed, and you're good to go. So thank you so much. I will definitely, Sean, if we have any extra questions over in the chat, please let me know. But it was so fun being able to hang out with you guys today, even if it was virtual. The new lashes are so beautiful. This is just one from the new collection. I can't get enough. I am such a lash girl. I know in the beginning when I popped on and I only had half the face, you can really see what a brow and what a lash can really do to any look. So I'm just so thankful to be here with you guys on this fabulous Saturday. And I hope that you feel empowered to try these little tips and tricks at home.
Michelle, I sent, there is a product sheet that goes through everything you've used today, and it goes through all the features and even some of the shades. So if any of you have questions specific to a product, some of that information is there. And of course, your MAC counter that has booked you, they're going to call and follow up and answer any questions, help you guys select the one that's perfect for you in your brow styler, your concealer, or even anything else. If there's a certain question you have, even if it's not something we talked about today, we're here to answer those questions. And even though we can't do makeup in store at this moment the same way we normally do, we're glad we have this option to do a class. And thank you again, Michelle, for taking the time out of your Saturday to teach us the class. So,
of course, my pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone.
And if you guys, like I said, if you have questions, save them for your MAC team and we'll follow up and call you after. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.